Welcome to Owning a Piece of America. I'm your host, Faith Bautista.
When I started out in medicine, I believe my primary goal was to be the best doctor that I could be, which is not to say that that's a bad thing. But really, isn't the point to help people? Isn't the point to make the world a better place? And this was what I was meant to do. Typically, the question is, what made you think doctor? Like, where did that come from? I think it was in my DNA because both of my parents are physicians. They were huge on education, and I wanted to know everything about everything.
Anything academic just came so easy for James. If anyone asked him anything, he's like a walking encyclopedia.
I went to Yale for undergraduate, but Stanford Medical School, I knew that was a place for me. Tess and I met in anatomy class.
The first time I saw James, something hit me.
So you were struck by my presence?
Yeah, I don't know. It's your destiny.
I would say within a couple months, we were study partners. We had a lot of fun.
Maybe you're, starting to fall in love.
This is like a gift, right? You have to take advantage of that. We got married our second year, and Jana was born 2 months before we graduated. After all those years training, we were going to make use of it.
Use the tip of your toe.
I was working 90+ hours a week, gone 3 or 4 full days out of the week.
He can do so many things.
That first year, I was voted Physician of the Year.
They have never given that to anyone who's a rookie.
I could practice medicine the way I wanted to, the way I knew it should be practiced. It was a Sunday afternoon, only one case. So I thought, easy day. And it was. He asked for a medication that is typical. So I remember grabbing it and looking down. All of a sudden, I couldn't remember what I was holding in my hand. The left half of my face is drooping. My eyes are shaking, and I go to the ER. Everything we did, all the scans that we did, there was no good answer.
They ruled out a major bleed. They're thinking that it was a migraine, and they saw a little bit of cervical stenosis, and that's what they think this is. We were both puzzled.
I spent the next year and a half completely lost. I would sit there, stare at the wall. I spoke about this fast.
The changes that happened to James, he's not the same. I'd wake up in the morning and he'll be on the ground and he's crying because his brain just doesn't work.
I felt like I had a 10-lane superhighway before. It felt like 7 of them right in the middle were broken down. For this year and a half, I didn't know what was going on. But it was a good friend of mine, also a doctor. He'd sent off a gazillion tests. We did an MRI, and that was it. I had a brain tumor. At first, honestly, I was relieved.
You're not going crazy. You have a brain tumor. Let's attack this. So we got him on chemotherapy.
I felt I had 10 lanes before. 7 lanes were gone. I wanted to build 7 new lanes. Heck, why not? I'm going to build new highways. I'm going to build off-ramps. I'm going to build a new exchange system.
He wants to be James again. He wants to be the husband that I married. He wants to be the father that he wants to be for our kids. And so he researched everything.
When the brain is working faster, it requires more energy and extracts more energy from its food.
Crossing fingers.
If you can't get everything your brain needs from your diet, then you need to supplement what you're eating in exactly that way. Don't get me wrong, it was chemotherapy that controlled the growth of my tumor, but that inspired me to create Lively.
I just can't believe the fortitude of James, surrounding himself with things that encourage health.
I am deeply grateful for all of it because I found out how much my wife loves me. And I found out how much I love my family. I know this sounds lofty, but I want to change lives. I want people to enjoy what they're supposed to get out of life.
Oh, bless your hearts for being here today. Let's meet Dr. James Lee, a cum laude graduate, molecular biophysics and biochemistry at Yale University, and completed his medical degree from Stanford University. Yale, Stanford, I mean, how intelligent this guy is. He's being joined by his wife, Dr. Tess Mauricio, who also completed her medical degree at Stanford University, where they both met. Tell us about these brain supplements. I mean, watching that video just makes you cry. And I feel like you're born again, you're sent here by Jesus Christ to do good things. I really feel that. So, Dr. Lee, talk about the supplements.
Well, first of all, thank you, Faith, for those, overly kind words. Those are bigger words than I would have chosen. But I do believe very strongly that this can help a lot of people. It helped me. I believe it helped me. I believe it helped me come back, and it's out there. What's in here is all good stuff, and it can help people out there, and that's what I'm here to do.
Why did you do this? I mean, you had a brain tumor, you had a neck surgery, and yet you were able to put 70 ingredients in one pill. I mean, is it because of Dr. Tess?
Faith, no, you have to understand. Yes.
Well, after James was put on chemotherapy, and it's the chemotherapy that shrank the tumor, but at that point, we really wanted to optimize the recovery of whatever is left of his, what used to be the most brilliant mind that I've ever known. And so really we put together our background. I have a degree in biochemistry, so does James. He's an anesthesiologist. We both have an MD from Stanford, and we really research what's out there because we knew that we really needed to provide our brains, or his brain, my brain, because I'm trying to support my husband, and you know how busy my life is. And then we realized this is something that people need.
You have to understand that at one point, I was left with a challenged, a difficult, fragmented mind. I had difficulty discerning left from right. It would take me a couple of minutes to figure out left shoe, right shoe. I knew what left and right were, but it took me a while to organize that in my mind. I knew that I wanted to get better, but I knew I couldn't get better unless I gave my body, my brain, the biochemicals, the biomolecules it needed to build itself back. And with a degree in molecular biophysics and biochemistry, and an MD, I was able to search. There's reams of literature out there. There's reams of science. I did this for me, right?
So this is even with all the treatment that you had, because usually when you get that surgery, I mean, you're like brain dead.
Don't get the treatments. Modern medicine kept me and my tumor at bay. It controlled that disease. But I was left in a place where I was inspired to come back from. I knew I was going to spend another 40 years of my life, and I needed it to be better and better. I needed it to be better and better every day.
Yeah, and there's over 70 ingredients in here, and most of the ingredients have had scientific data and clinical studies that showed that there is ways to improve the brain. And so we are so proud of it, Faith, and we use it, and we give it to our friends, right?
I know. Dr. Lee, look at this, formulated by Stanford-educated MDs. I don't know anybody that went to Stanford that can get this kind of recognition.
Well, first of all, I thank you for pointing that out. We're very proud of that because normally Stanford does not allow anyone to use their name, even if you graduated from
Graduated there,
Stanford. But they reviewed our formulas, they reviewed our company, and they said, yes, we allow you. You are allowed to proudly
Are you the
carry
first
on
one
at
or the
Stanford.
only one?
I don't know. I don't know where we fall in that
But
line.
still,
but
you-
we have that distinction of that honor. So we're very proud of that. And we have formulations that are good. They're backed by science. The 70 ingredients are separated into formulas that I call the now. This is the focus clearly. The tonight. That's the sleep peacefully, and the tomorrow, and that's the restore daily.
So let's talk about
Yes.
now.
Okay, so now.
Focus now.
So in Lively, within the Lively system is focus clearly. It has it helps you perform now. It gives your body the biomolecules that the brain needs to put together to create the neurotransmitters that creates thought. So as your body demands it, as your brain demands it, your body is now able to replenish those very biochemicals that support that process.
And it's not addictive.
Addictive is, it's like asking, is a car addicted to oil? It simply needs oil,
Yes.
right? It
Yes,
simply
I know,
needs
right?
oil. I mean,
just
right?
need it.
Would you
Right.
say that's an addiction? It's just part of the process. These are the biomolecules, many of them that you need that your body puts together to make the parts that
It's
become your body.
Yeah, precursors to what our brain and our body needs to have optimized function, basically.
Yeah, so Dr. Tess, I just came from the Philippines, 15-hour flight, and the minute I landed, I have to go to a meeting. So I actually took this one, and I'll talk to you more about it. So
Yes.
now let's talk about in the evening now.
Yes.
Okay,
This is my favorite, personal favorite, sleep peacefully, because, sleep is so important for our health, the way we perform the next day, and for beauty. So I'm really big about sleep, and it's very hard sometimes to just fall asleep. And now that we have sleep peacefully, we hear a lot of people have problems with sleeping. They take so many different things out there that will make them groggy or addictive. And so this is all natural.
And usually you're supposed to sleep, 8 hours,
Well,
right?
research is showing a minimum of 5. And really what you want is delta wave sleep. Delta, the deepest layer of sleep. And that's where science is showing that we get rid of our toxins, that our brain cells get revived, they get restored, they rebuild. It's downtime for them. Delta wave sleep, and I believe if you're taking some artificial things, synthetic
is
things to
natural,
put you to sleep,
organic.
those waves aren't necessarily happening. This is a collection. Many of these are biomolecules that one, for example, melatonin. Your brain makes melatonin. It's a signal to itself that the sun has set.
Yeah, but
Okay.
beyond melatonin, it has other things, because people can just buy melatonin, but there are other ingredients in there. That valerian root is in there. There's magnesium in there that actually relaxes you, makes you feel, like, okay, it's time to go to bed. And so it's beyond the melatonin. Everything in the system.
So it's
has
not
been
necessary
designed.
that you'll sleep straight 8 hours, but yeah, like you said, it's that
Quality.
quality.
Yes, it's natural. I'm giving you the natural signals that your body would have given. Many of the signals, for example, is setting the circadian rhythm so that you're getting natural sleep. Along with that, I'm giving in Lively, the sleep peacefully still at night, precursors to the neurotransmitters that you need to promote peace, like serotonin or GABA. These are going to help you support that delta wave sleep, because your neurotransmitters are there to work.
Okay.
So
And
that's
then,
sleep
and
peacefully.
then the
Okay, and what is
the
this?
Restore Daily.
Now, Restore Daily. This is,
Daily.
if I were to choose one, like if I had to choose one, and it's hard to choose, because what are you going to do? This is what gets you better for tomorrow. That's in my opinion, because these are the pieces, parts, many of them, as many as I could find, that help put the the building blocks of your brain back together. So it's the sand, it's the brick, it's the cement, right? That your brain, right? It's the omega-3 fatty acids, the DHA, the EPA, the ALA. It's the little pieces parts, right? So building over time, right?
Yeah. So, you know, in the next 2 minutes,
Yeah.
why should they take the yellow, the blue
The
one?
red, blue, yellow.
Okay. Why
Okay.
should they really take it?
This helps your brain today. This helps you focus now. It's the
Mental stamina, if you really need to perform. So it's really optimizing performance.
So good for like the one that has ADD. They do not have to get that shots and that crappy medicine.
Yes, yes.
Well, you can't. We can't say as a nutritional supplement
Okay.
that it treats, prevents, or cures any particular disease.
Okay.
But what it is, it's designed to keep healthy people healthy,
Got it. Okay.
right?
So
Which is defined as free of disease.
Okay.
Because it is many of the biomolecules that we're supposed to be getting, ingesting in our diets.
so it's like
All-
prevention, right?
It's prevention, it's building, it's rebuilding, it's a lot of the biomolecules that we need, as many as I could find, that we need to put together to build body and brain.
So where can they find this?
Go to jointhelivelihood.com. It's go to the website, and the website is full of information about it. There's over 70 ingredients. Many are backed by clinical science, and you don't have to guess, and you don't have to do it yourself. We've done the hard work. We put together our Stanford, education, all of our expertise, and really a passion to make a difference. And,
Right.
and
And ladies and gentlemen, to all the viewers out there, if you have two experts here, Yale, Stanford, I salute you guys, husband and wife, putting together a great pills or supplement
Supplements.
and to help everybody. So please go to Lively, go to their website. and you can
JoinTheLivelihood.com.
jointhelivelihood.com, and it's available now. Thank you for watching Owning a Piece of America.